You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. So Derek Stingley declared, Eli Ricks is in Tuscaloosa, and now Cordale Flott has also declared for the draft. Back on October the 1st, so I went back and looked this up today. Back on October the 1st, ESPN ran a list of the 10 breakout stars of September in college football. And Cordale Flott was on that list. And they pointed out a couple of stats about him. In 2020, his coverage grade was 54.6. It's terrible. If that were school, that's an F. The quarterback passer rating against him in 2020 was 153. Basically, everyone looked at the field and went, Stingley, Ricks, Flott, throw it Flott. And they did, and they did it successfully. In the first month of this season, about face. Remember, in 2020, the coverage grade against with Cordale Flott was 54.6. In the first month of this season, it was 88.2. It was the highest among slot cornerbacks in all of college football. I said on October 1st, I said, y'all, if Cordale Flott keeps going at this pace, he's going to have a decision to make at the end of this year. We went from thinking Cordale Flott was a maligned player that was just picked on by other coordinators, OCs, to a guy that was legit going to have a decision to make about this year's draft. And it's not hard to see why. Cordale Flott is the prototypical NFL cornerback now. As receivers have gotten bigger, cornerbacks have in turn gotten bigger. It is more typical to see cornerbacks that look like Derek Stingley and Eli Ricks and Cordale Flott. So you see a guy like Flott running around out there, and he's 6'2", and long and rangy. It makes a lot of sense why NFL teams are going to look at him and salivate over what he can be on the field. Now, yeah, he's a little light in the loafers and needs to put on some weight. He'll do that. Look, how much do you weigh now relative to when you were 20, 21 years old? We all gain weight as we get older. But, and that'll happen for Flott. But if he goes to the combine and they measure him and they see all of the measurables they put on the tape from this year, and if he runs a good time, that dude has the potential to be a day 2 draft pick. As much as we see cornerbacks on the field, base defenses now are nickel packages. Think about the value C.J. Gardner-Johnson has brought to the Saints as a nickel, as an every down nickel, as a nickel safety. Like, that's the role Cordale Flott played at LSU. He has got a spot in the NFL, and this should not be surprising at all. Now, the tough part for LSU is what this means for that position next year. You have built over the span of the last 2 decades the reputation as DBU. And this offseason is going to test that. For the last decade, Corey Raymond has been sort of the godfather of DBU. He's gone. He's at Florida now. Stingley, Ricks, Flott, all gone. The only 2 scholarship cornerbacks you have returning are Dwight McGlothern and Rodarius Jones. Now, McGlothern, I think we can all agree, is a stud. He's next. He's the next where you go, yep, that's the guy, big year next year, first-round draft pick, all that stuff. He's a stud. Rodarius Jones has just continuously been passed up by other guys. Maybe this is his opportunity to do what Flott did and have the big, emergence year. He's got an opportunity. Darius McGee, we saw him play. He's a freshman. We saw him play in the bowl game. Look, at safety, you're good. You got Jay Ward back there. You'll have Major Burns coming back healthy. You got Sage Ryan, nickel safety, that role. You've got Davis and Langlois and Tolles. I mean, you're good at safety. You got numbers, you got experience, you got talent. So much so that if you get in a pickle at corner, you could even move Jay Ward back to corner if you need it. Remember, they only moved him to safety because they needed safety help this year in a bad way. But, now Todd Harris is out and Cam Lewis is off, to the pros. So maybe with experience that Jay Ward has there this year, he stays at safety. We'll see what the new coaching staff does. But you got to have cornerbacks. McGlothern, Jones, McGee, it's it right now. You sign one in the early signing period, LaTerrence Welch. That's it. Maybe LaTerrence Welch comes in and plays immediately as a freshman. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a scout. I can't go break down LaTerrence Welch. I'm not looking at how quickly he turns his hips. That ain't my thing. Let's see how he does when he gets out on the field. But people have asked so many times, hey, Matt, Brian Kelly's talked a lot about transfer portal and all that, and how he's going to use it. What position groups do you think? Corner. It's an obvious one. You got to go get guys who have major college football starting experience at cornerback. Who? I don't know. Go look at the transfer portal. There are 3,000 players in the transfer portal right now. Brian Kelly's throwing out offers to all of them. Go do it. Throw out offers to all the cornerbacks. Go to all the top cornerbacks. Just throw out offers. You got to get somebody with experience. And you've got to address that as well in the February signing period as well for whatever the top available corners are out there. Because that's a spot where, look, man, the DBU reputation is earned. It is deserved. It is earned. But it's also going to be challenged this year because for the first time in a long time, Corey Raymond ain't there, and your numbers are very, very low. Got to get him back up. Congrats to Cordale Flott. Amazing year. An amazing year-to-year turnaround. He made himself a ton of money. And I think this is the right decision for him. Could Flott come back, play another year as a boundary corner, have a great season, and maybe be a first-round pick? Sure. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he goes to the combine, tests exceptionally well, and he's a day 2 pick, and awesome for him. Okay. It's good for Flott. LSU's got to address. They've got to address cornerback. There's just no question. That along with linebacker, are the two biggest spots right now that you just absolutely, your numbers are so low, you've got to go get guys that have college experience now at that position. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.